Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Recipe Tuesday. Since Thanksgiving is not too terribly far away, um, probably about, 2.5 weeks away at this point, if that, I figured I would go ahead and put up another recipe for a dessert that is a no-bake recipe. No, I've never made this, but I have made a cheesecake along these lines about 11 years ago one Thanksgiving. So this is what it is. It's a no bake pumpkin pie. And one thing I need to point out in the recipe is you will want to use canned pumpkin or pureed pumpkin, not pumpkin pie mix. Canned pumpkin, also known as pumpkin puree, is just the pumpkin and nothing but the pumpkin. If you use pumpkin pie mix, you are essentially doubling the spices because the pumpkin pie mix already has the spices included. But to put the recipe together, you're going to need 2 cups of canned pumpkin or pumpkin puree, 1/2 cup sugar, 8 ounces of cream cheese softened, 2 8-ounce containers of Cool Whip or other whipped cream. You can either use something like Ready Whip, or you could make your own whipped cream, which is extremely, extremely easy using heavy or light whipping cream. And then you're going to need 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Then you're going to need 2 teaspoons pumpkin pie spice, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, one 3.4-ounce box instant vanilla pudding. I personally prefer French vanilla because I like the slight richness that it gives you, but I can use any kind of vanilla, but that's solely up to you. 1 cup of milk and 2 pre-made crust, 9-inch crust. Now, to make this pumpkin pie, you'll be working in layers. You'll want to make this at least a few hours before serving so it can chill in the refrigerator for a bit. Um, let's see. Please note this recipe makes 2 pies. Don't need two. Give one to the neighbor or a good friend. The crust. Let's begin with the pie crust. Buy it. Don't bother making the pie crust. Just grab 2 store-bought pie crust. We like to use a graham cracker crust with our pumpkin pie, but feel free to use whatever type you like. Bottom layer, what you're going to do is grab a mixing bowl and mix together the cream cheese, sugar, and 1 8-ounce tub of whipped topping. Blend well with a hand mixer or stand mixer. Fill your pre-made crust with the bottom layer mix. The middle layer, mix together the pudding and milk and stir until thick. Add 2 cups of the canned pumpkin and mix. Add the pumpkin pie spice, nutmeg, and cinnamon. Stir until blended. Spread the pumpkin mixture on top of the cream cheese layer. Next, your top layer. Last, for the very top layer, spread the second 8-ounce container of whipped cream to top the pies off. And then last but not least, we like to top off the pie. We like to sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon or pumpkin pie spice just to top it off. After that, you're going to refrigerate for at least an hour before eating so the pie has time to set completely. There's a tip. Can be kept in the fridge for up to 2 days. Be sure to cover it. Okay, so this seems easy enough, delicious, tasty, simple, and according to what I read, it only takes about 10, maybe 15 minutes roughly to go ahead and put this pie recipe together in its entirety. I personally, if given a choice when it comes to desserts, I love no bake recipes because in a matter of minutes, you can have your pie already made, setting in the refrigerator, and then um, whenever you feel ready to take it out. Even though this says an hour, I think I would probably leave it in at least 2 hours. That way, the pudding mixture could set a little better, but that's just me. But this is absolutely scrumptious. I do think I will make this for Thanksgiving. Like I said, for Thanksgiving of 2011, one time I did make a pumpkin cheesecake. It was out of this world. I used Splenda, but nobody knew that. How did I accomplish that goal? What I did is I added Splenda, mixed it in. I did it in increments. Then I got a spoon and tasted of it. Added a little more, washed off the spoon, mixed it in, tasted it again, and I kept going with that method. Wash off the spoon, add a little more. When I noticed it had a neutral taste about it, I stopped. And that's what I went with when it came to the pumpkin cheesecake. So, anyway, I just want to thank all of you for tuning in this morning with me on this Recipe Tuesday. Like I said, this is perfect for Thanksgiving. If you don't want to do it for Thanksgiving, you can do it anytime, or you could also use it for a dessert at Christmas time if you wanted to. I hope all of you have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you back here on Thursday. Bye.